Pet Check is brought to you by Bosley's, a proud supporter of the Victoria Humane Society. Go to bosleys.com/givingback.
It's Pet Check time, and this little cutie is Jelly. She's a little timid right now, but she's a sweetheart here with her brother, Roll.
So we have Jelly Roll like the singer because, yes, we are running out of names. There's too many puppies, and, and sometimes late at night when I'm making up names, it's not as funny. I think it's funny, and it's not funny the next day. But
He is a bit of a chunky Jelly Roll.
But this is Jelly, and this is Roll, and they have a very, very sad story, and they're a little bit shy. They've had a really rough life. They're about 3.5, 4 months old. We don't know exactly. They were found, unfortunately, there was 10 in the litter with their mother that were found frozen outside. And unfortunately, Mom and the other 8 did not make it. These 2 made it. This one, as you can see on her,
her foot right here.
On her foot right here, her foot is deformed. We've had her to the vet.
And her ear,
and her ear is cut in half, and she's lost half her tail.
Poor sweetie.
She's a lovely, lovely dog. These kind of things happen all the time in Canada. And I know it's funny. We always talk about, third world countries where these horrible things happen, or, in the States where they have hundreds of dogs and shelters and stuff. Really bad stuff happens here too. And I think people don't realize it. And, it's really important that we pay attention to what's happening in our own country and try and really work hard to get these animals taken care of. In these remote communities that we work in, we see a lot of this. We see a lot of frozen dogs. We see a lot of dogs who have starved to death, that they die from the heat, that they die from the cold. So it's really important that we work really hard in the communities, and we work in a lot of these communities, but it's important. It's really important that people understand it does happen here. There's still cullings. There's still all the things that nobody wants to talk about.
Right, and that's why we talk about it, to raise awareness and hopefully to put an end to it, because animals shouldn't suffer anywhere.
Absolutely.
But certainly in Canada,
we can do better. And I guess that's what I want to talk about today is that, we have to work to do better, and we have to pay more attention to what's happening in our communities, in our remote communities, and work hard to get help out to them. Because a lot of these places, people will say to us, well, it's horrible that those things happen there, but they have no access to vet care. They have no, it's 10 hours drive sometimes to get out from the remote communities that we go to. So they don't have access to that. So it's working hard to, make sure this happens. So, we're hoping
the mobile spay and neuter clinics that get taken to the remote communities.
Kitty cat. They're going up to Tofino next week and doing a spay and neuter clinic, and that's amazing. And we have to keep doing those. So for people to support those kind of initiatives, we really appreciate it.
And that's how you stop the problem with spay and neuter and more awareness as well.
Spay and neuter is huge, and I know that next week we'll talk about the early spay and neuter because it's become quite controversial. But it's important that the spay and neuter happens, because these animals, it wouldn't happen if we can get this under control, because there's way too many animals now. We've gone back so many years in animal welfare.
And think how much their siblings and their moms suffered freezing to death when they didn't
It's not
need
a
to.
nice death.
No.
And when they do culls, unfortunately when you're doing culls in some of these remote communities, which is the only way they can get some of these animals, it's not a nice thing to talk about. It's not a nice thing to know. It's not a nice thing to see. But it's a really serious problem. So let's work really hard on getting spays and neuters done and taking care of getting our backyard fixed up.
Yes. Well, if you're interested in Jelly and Roll, just go to our website, cheknews.ca. We'll put a link there to the Victoria Humane Society with adoption information. They don't have to be adopted together. They can go separately.
They should go separately.
If they go separately. And also just a reminder about pets in cars. Weather's getting warmer. Please don't leave your pets in the car. Even on a 20-degree day, they can die inside a vehicle. Thanks for watching.